All right, guys. Well, I wanted to talk to you guys individually today. And I thought, wait a minute, why not just talk to everybody at the same time? So that's why I said, well, let me go ahead and put this Zoom together real quick. And this is for, hold on, I'm turning my light. Better for me. Actually, that's not better. Where is it? Okay. So it's signing people up can be the easy part, but then helping them along and getting started is the part that I really want to take responsibility for to help you guys to not just get off to a fast start, because it doesn't matter if you start fast or not. That's, neither here nor there, because some people can start off out the gate real fast and then burn out easily. So it's not about starting fast, because slow and steady, well, steady plodding wins the race. Always remember that. And do me a favor, guys, take notes. Anytime we come together, definitely take notes so that you can refer back to them and share that with your team members as well. But it's not about how fast you get out of the gate, but it's about steady plodding and consistency. So there are a couple of things when you first get started that I need to make sure that you're on point with, and that you'll need to make sure that your people are on point with. And one of those would be making sure that you are getting trained and following the system. So write those two things down. Getting trained and following the system, because you don't know what you don't know. So you got to get the training so you can be well trained up. The more training you have, the more confidence you have. The more confidence you have, the more posture that you have. The more posture that you have, the better you do in recruiting. Okay? So I will become well trained is very important. Write that down. I will become well trained. And so there's a system you need to follow, which the system is really all about plugging people into an event, getting people to take a look at something other than you. So it's not about you convincing them or you doing the presentation, but it's about you learning to be a good inviter. So you're just inviting people to take a look. Maybe they're looking at your shuffle card. Maybe they're looking at your one of the watch parties that we run. Maybe they're looking at our webinars that we do for our team. Speaking of which, I'm going to unmute you guys. Who knows when the webinars are for our team? We have them twice a day with Team No Limit. Can anybody tell me what time those webinars are? They're twice a day, Monday through Friday. Does anybody know?
No, I don't know. This is Mia. Twice a day.
Well, let me give you all the answer. So Monday through Friday, we have live presentations at 7:45 and at 10 p.m. So Monday there was 2, and yesterday there was 2. Today there will be 2, and there's a different leader in Team No Limit. Hey, what's up, Jeff? That does those every day, Monday through Thursday. So that would be, what's that, 4 days times 2? So that's 8 opportunities right there to put people in front of the information. Then on Saturday, I've been doing 2. So let's say we keep that up. That's another 2, so that's 10. On Sunday night, Jeff does 1. So basically say during the week, live, you have 10 opportunities to put people in front of the information. But remember, yes, you want to support live events, but it doesn't have to be live. It's just getting them eyeballs on the information. So it could be like Jeff and I did a video. He said, Bunmi, can I video you so I can start having some content for my audience to see. He asked me the questions that were important to him for his audience to know. That was one piece of content. But Jeff knows better. He doesn't stake whether or not he's going to continue to do the business or whether he's excited or not by how many people responded from just one piece of content. That's just one piece of content out that he should be replaying for the next 24 months. So my point is there's a lot of different things that we can show people, and it's all about exposures. But you've got to have people to expose. So what does Brian Bean say? Brian Bean says, yeah, we got this internet, we got Facebook, we can, run watch parties, and yeah, you invite 50 to 100 people to your watch party, but what about 50 names and numbers down on a list? So I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but if Brian talks about it, I would do it. So you still want to reach out to those people that know you, like you, and trust you, and that are in your Rolodex, it's in your phone. Now, here's my philosophy, y'all. It doesn't matter whether they join or not. One of the reasons is because, especially when you're new, you need people to practice on. You need to get used to picking up the phones and going through the exercise of calling people. That helps you to get your confidence. Like, I'm at the point now, I don't call anybody, and I can't care less what they say. I'm not looking for a yes. I don't know if they're going to say yes or say no. They're just a number. I'm putting them in front of the information. Their decision is their decision. You got to understand that. So you don't come from a needy, this person signs up. They're a number. And if you put the numbers to the presentation, you're going to win every time. I don't know if your number is 1 out of 25, 1 out of 100, or 1 out of 10. But all you got to do is start putting the numbers in front of the information. So I want you guys to start going into the Team No Limit group, because that's where the posts are in reference to, there are flyers on the webinars. People are both posting about different upcoming events and the trainings. And if you're not going into the group, you're getting left behind. So do y'all remember last weekend Brian Bean was talking about leverage? And remember how he said leverage is so important. Like he said, I'm leveraging Brian House. Brian House started this company. I didn't have to start it, but I'm leveraging him to make money. Then he said, you all are leveraging me. So we're inviting people to his presentation. He's doing the talking, and we're leveraging him, so we don't have to do the talking. I'm leveraging Terrence Hawkins for Team No Limit because, like a lot of us, this isn't my only business. We may have several things that we're doing, so I don't have time to start a group just for the big group, and I don't need to. So I'm leveraging Team No Limit because that is our team at large. And so that's the team that you can go into to see what's going on, okay? So plugging in, I want y'all to write down, I will stay plugged in. That is so important because a lot of people in network marketing, they think they can do the business by themselves. And I tell you, it will not work if you're trying to do your business in isolation. Jeff, if you're trying to do the business by yourself, will it work?
It's not going to work.
Kenya, if you're trying to do the business by yourself, is it going to work?
No, ma'am, it's not going to work.
Will it work, Mia, if you're trying to do it all and do it by yourself? She's trying to find the unmute button. We hear you, Mia. Mia says, no, it won't work. All right, Troy, I already know you know. It's not going to. There you go, Mia.
Not gonna work.
Not gonna work. All right. So, and one of my other businesses, I got recruited about a month ago, the Sharp Spanish guy, is a doctor. Y'all, he calls me every day, average 3 times a day. But at least, there's been like 1 or 2 days where he just called me once. But the reason why he's calling me so much is because he's working his business independently of me and in harmony with me. So when he doesn't need me on the phone when he's thinking of, I'm going to make a call. I want to call this other doctor. I want to call this person right here. I'm going to call this person I've been in business with before, and he's piquing their interest. And he may call me and say, hey, look, I talked to 4 people today. This is our plan. We want to, open up this market. Hey, I want to have let's have a Zoom on this day. What do you think about this idea? So, his mind is always on business and business expansion. And then he brings me in and, gets my feedback. And sometimes I talk to his people or whatever. So I'm just saying that network marketing is a team sport. And I can't stress that enough. It makes sense to get yourself a business partner, a buddy. Until you find that person that you really can work with, you got to reach out to me and Dr. Darrell. If you can't reach us, maybe somebody else on the team. That's why I say, get to know each other, because y'all going to get trained up. And pretty soon, you all will be doing 3 ways for one another. I know you may be saying 3 ways. Like, am I going to be doing it? Yep. Because we're going to be doing some role playing. Y'all going to know how to do the presentation. And I want to groom you all up to be leaders. So, and the presentation is easy. If you listen to that presentation done enough, you're going to know how to say it. And the words are right there on the sheets. So it's really, really not that difficult. So follow the system. Learn the system. Follow the system. Plug into the calls and realize it's a team sport. You can't work this thing by yourself. There's no way you can build by yourself. Even if you think you can build by yourself, your people sure can't build by themselves. So we all have to stay connected. Does anybody have any questions, comments, or feedback about anything I just shared?
Could you tell me the times again that we have? You said Monday through Thursday. You said 7:45 and 10 p.m.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. In a sec, let me see if I can. I'm gonna go into the group and see if I see the flyer on that for you guys. So, any questions?
What?
Somebody will back out. Anybody else? Questions, comments, feedback? So it's good. We have a discussion. I want to be a lecture.
I just wanted to reiterate what you were saying. On the 20th, we had the corporate call training, and Brian was saying, he gave 3 words. He said, start, share, and stay. And I've done business with you before, and it is an ongoing, residual thing about staying connected. So when Brian talked about start, that he was saying that you should always be in start mode, whether you got 5 people or 500 people. And he talked about sharing. He talked about sharing screenshots, sharing testimonies, sharing your website, sharing your, what's the page called? Where people can just put in their information when they want information about your business, capture page. And then he talked about staying plugged in, and with your upline, staying plugged in with your team. And so you can't do the business by yourself. And the other piece is learning how not to give up. And that can be the hard part. Because the very first time I did business with Bunmi, I got out the business because it was like, this is not working for me. But it was, in retrospect, I was not plugged in as much as I could have been. As a researcher, I will go to the websites, I'll study the material on the sites. I'll even quiz myself, like how to do presentations. But that is, if I do that and then I end up trying to do it on my own, then I am not plugged in, because there's still things that need to be tweaked. There's still language that you need to learn. There is still elements of the business you need to learn. And the other piece is, even now, I caught myself earlier talking to a young guy about MWR, and he was asking me questions, and I was like giving answers. Then I kept stopping myself, like, oh, well, just, I'll send you the information. I'll send you the times, and I'll send you the dates when we're going to be doing the presentation, right? And so, having been self-employed before, it's like I had to have all the answers.
Mm-hmm.
My business, I had to have the answers about real estate and property management, and how many bedrooms is in the house, and is the water included in the bill, all that other stuff. In this business, you don't have to know all the answers. You just need to stay in start, share the business, and stay plugged in. You don't have to know all the answers now. When you get to ED and above, then you'll learn more. And when you get higher, you'll know more. And when you get to Brian Bean's position, then you'll know a whole lot more. But even with that being said, he has 20 years of experience doing businesses such as this.
Well, we're going to let him train today.
Oh.
That was great. That was great. I love it. All right, but now this is what we're going to do, because we got drill for skill. So, Troy, tell me one thing that you got. Tell me one thing that you got out of what he just shared.
Oh, what I got out of what Jeff got finished sharing, it was exciting. He said, start, share, and stay. Start, share, and stay. And you've been talking about the leverage and, staying plugged in, putting people in front of the information, which is the key thing, is being a professional inviter. So that's where I got to get into the mood about being a professional inviter. Know that we had the experts, and we don't have to do this thing by ourselves, but we do have the opportunity to turn to the experts that know it, the ones that been there, did it, and know how the money game go. So my whole job learning that we had to get them plugged in to the ones that already know, and we don't have to know everything, but we earning and learning at the same time.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I'm switching computers now. I'm going to see if y'all can hear me better in this one. Hold on. All right, Kenya, what did you get out of? I need you to tell me something that Jeff just said that connected with you.
Hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, okay. He just brought back, because I've been on those telethons and stay connected and running watch parties, and definitely brought back to the forefront of my mind, always be in start mode. Like every day I come at this business in start mode. Like even though I might have posted 30 things yesterday, there is a new day. I might have reached new people, so I got to start again today like it's brand new. And even if nobody responds, I'm going to keep starting over until I get the results that I want.
That's right. Start like it's brand new. Start like it's brand new. Start like it's.
I'm sorry, I was talking on mute. Okay, I love that. Be like that Energizer bunny. Keep going and going and going, and don't let anything stop you. A lot of times, people let the start stop them. So write that down. Don't let the start stop you.
Don't let the start stop.
Don't let the start stop you. Teach your new people that, because oftentimes, especially when they don't have experience in the home-based business industry, the beginning could be the hardest part. And people need to often give themselves some grace, like don't judge your success or lack of thereof on your first 30 days, on your first 60 days, or your first 25 people that you talk to. You're new. You may not be approaching it the right way. You think maybe you're needy and it's coming across in your tonality that you feel like you're trying to get them to convince them to do something that makes people run away. So you never know why you're getting those results, but just know if I stick and stay, I'll get my pay.
Stick and stay,
I'll get my pay. Okay. So Ryan gave a formula called the triple double. Y'all remember that? Who can tell me what the triple double is?
The triple double is, wait a minute. The triple double is using different platforms in order to expose the business.
Kinda. I want somebody else to give me.
Trying to go from memory.
Anybody else? What do you think the triple
You're
double is?
you're like broadcasting 2 different events for the person to choose from.
You got it, Karen. So the way she said it, Jeff, is there are triple is 3 different things. Double is the people that you're going to do 2 times. So when we were at the Brian Bean live training, we learned this formula right here. This is the triple double. See that? And that is CC, that stands for cash flow calls, plus WW, that stands for wealth webinars, plus PP. Oh, he got it. All right. That's what I'm talking about. You must have been on the training site.
Yeah, I was trying to remember, like, I know I saw this already. Okay, go ahead. I got it.
Yeah. Plus PP is profit parties, which we're not gathering in homes. These were like live profit parties when people came up to your house, but now we just have to, do it online. Minus EX, that's minus excuses, equals AD. That's you making area director. And this is the play that we run to get people to do this. Triple, so it's 3 things that you do 2 times. All right, so cash flow call. That's us on the phone on a conference call talking to a group of people for you. The wealth webinars, that's me or somebody else actually doing the webinar presentation to your guests. So PP, since we're not doing in-home profit parties, let's just replace that with another one of these, or we can still call it a profit party, but it's going to be online. Or you can use your watch party as that when you're inviting 100 people. Okay. Minus the excuses equals AD. All right. Somebody tell me, what does CC stand for?
Cash flow calls.
Cash flow calls.
Right. What's WW stand for?
Wealth webinars.
Right. What's PP stand for?
Profit parties.
Great job. We're going to minus out the EX. What's EX?
Excuses.
Right. And that equals AD.
Area director.
Area director. Very good. So can somebody tell us where this sheet right here is found?
On the on the team page, Team No Limit page under files, I believe.
It may be there, but that's not where, I've never seen it there. Where'd you get it from, Jeff?
I got it off of MWR Financial.com. I think that's what it was.
No, you didn't get it there. Let me tell you where you got it. HowToShiftYourIncome.com.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's Brian Bean's training site, HowToShiftYourIncome.com. And remember, I told all y'all to click on members. Right? So this is your training area there. You click on members, you'll see the video of him talking about getting started. Just scroll down, and then you'll see all kinds of good getting started information. Those of you who are enrolling in the services, so you can get your testimony and be a product of the product, it tells you exactly step by step how to enroll in the services. Let me tell you, some people y'all gonna sign up as customers and they're never ever gonna use it. They're gonna be too busy being broke and they're never gonna enroll in their services instead of taking time to sit down and start working on their wealth. So it's really important that you do it because you gotta get
your own story, okay? You're gonna see this chart right here. This chart is the roadmap to senior director. Can somebody tell me what the first rank is? Does anybody know what the first rank is? Boy, you know you should know because you made it.
The executive,
Yes.
the executive director, right?
Right. ED is executive director. That is the rank that you all are going for, okay, to start. And everything is just based on threes, y'all. If everybody just got three, that'll push everybody up, you up to national director. So this chart, I'm not expecting you to know how to use it exactly right now, but right here, you're going to put your prospects. So right here it says prospects. So you're going to list 12 prospects. When these prospects go through the triple double, and as people start becoming QFDs, qualified financial directors, you're going to put their name right there under QFDs. Then as they start working the business, when they get one person, you're going to put their name, then you're going to move them over here. And then you're going to work with this one to get 3, this person to get 3, and this person to get 3. So when you have your 3 and they have their 3, you are a senior director.
I'm sorry, Bunmi. I just found mine. So okay, I can follow it.
Okay. So
Prospects, director. Okay.
So senior director is 3 who get 3, okay? Jeff, what's the senior director?
3 who get 3.
Troy, what's the senior director?
3 who get 3.
What about you, Kenya? What's the senior director?
3 who get 3.
Mia, what's the senior director?
3 who get 3.
You get 3. Do I have my charts up?
Yes, you do.
They're on my wall so I can see?
Yes.
Do I have prospects right here?
Well, now I see. Yes.
All right. You see these are my prospects, right? From my prospects, there have been people who now came into the business. Vernon, D, Troy Marrow, Karen Chesley. They are on this call right here. All right. Uh-oh. There's some more people that moved over. Jeff Harris, Mia, DeGiorgio, Dana, Karen Jones, she's on. Charlotte, she's on. Now what I got to do, now that you all are here as QFDs, now I got to get you moved over here. Once you get one person, I'm going to move you over here, and then we're going to work to get your 3. Okay, so that's what that chart does. It's the roadmap to senior director to help you keep track of your 3 who gets 3, but it all starts with your prospects. And you got to have enough people that you're putting in the pipeline to talk to. Meaning, like, you're talking to 2 people all week long, it's going to be a long time. Because it may take going through 25 people in the beginning to get one. So what? Do it fast so you can move through. Okay? Now let me do something, because Kenya talked about posting. Posting is not how you do the business. You can do posting as you work the business. And I'm not saying you're, I'm just an example. But posting on Facebook solely is not doing the business. That's just spending time on Facebook. So if you like posting, there is a reason to do that, but that in itself doesn't grow you. I don't have to get into it now. I paid just a small amount of money, like $90, $100 or something, for this system called social media attraction or something like that. And they in that program, they're teaching you how to build your audience, because that's what you are doing. A lot of people don't know on social media, how you build your audience, how you connect with people to grow your audience, how to give value consistently, and to really build up a strong organization online, knowing what you're doing. People who really don't know, don't have the skill set, They just post and think that something magical is going to happen, but that's not effective way to truly grow a business. So you don't know what you don't know until you know. Even though I've been, I will say successful. You know, I've been, what's the word I'm trying to think?
Successful.
I'm successful, but I've made
Successful.
social media work for me, but I still didn't have this. I'm like, I was unconsciously competent, right? It wasn't like I truly knew all of the, like, I'm not a social media marketer where I like could teach it really, in my opinion. And I knew there was still at least some things I needed to learn from someone else. So I went to someone who had that skill set, who generates 200 leads a day, which I don't do. And I was like, okay, I need to know what it is that you all do, right? At the time, I didn't want to pay for their $2,500 course. So I bought the $89 course I just told you about. It is good. It's legit good. It's like, wow. I mean, I didn't need to start at the $2,500. I needed to learn some of the basics, you know? They taught you how to go into groups to find the right type of people, how to find network marketers who are in transition. They said the statistic, at any given point, 30% of networkers are migrating to another company. How to find those people. So what else did we learn? We learned about the groups, learning about, oh, they even share like what's their daily method of operation. I love when the woman said, I don't work my business. I work my business every day, but I don't work my business all day. So you don't have to be a slave to your business. She gives her daily method of operation. Like, okay, these are the things I do daily. These are the things I do weekly. These are the things that I do, you know, monthly, or maybe every 3 days or something like that. So if you want that information, I can send it to you. So I believe investing in my knowledge and my skill set, because you go.
Yeah, send it to me.
Okay. I will. Yeah.
Because I'm taking notes, but still, yeah.
Right. You gotta grow. You gotta learn what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing online right now, so you gotta become more of a professional at it. You're talking about an industry that can pay you $100,000 a month, $500,000 a month, $1 million a month. There's some people who make. I mean, you're not gonna even get to $5,000 a month by luck. You get there by skill. Okay. You get there by skill, mindset, and skill set. So, let me see the other thing that I wanted to. So, Jeff, have you started enrolling in your services?
I'm in everything except for the Wealth Max.
Okay, awesome. When you schedule your consultation for that, let me know, or at least tell the guy, Cord, that you're part of my team, okay?
He already knows. I talked to Cord yesterday.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool, awesome.
Because I need to talk to you, because the gentleman that we had the conference with, that you and I had a conversation with, Lynn Taylor, our meeting with Cord was yesterday. And so now we have another follow-up meeting for next Tuesday at 10.
Okay, awesome.
And then I also talked to him about possibly focusing strictly on individuals who have 401s or 403s, and, you know, like do some type of advertisement around that, and then maybe get them in on a webinar.
Did you tell him you were insurance licensed?
I did not. Because you said don't get to that part yet.
Okay. So, but I did tell you that if you're insurance licensed, there's a way to pick up some change, some big chunk of change from that. Okay. So when you talk to him, just let him know, or text and say, hey, Bunmi told me to let you know I'm insurance licensed.
Okay.
You know, see if that's of interest to you.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Has anybody enrolled in any of the services? Nobody else?
I am.
Who's that?
Yeah, I am. Kenya.
Oh, Kenya. Okay. All right. Which ones did you enroll in?
I did all 4 of them. The Wealth Max was my most recent one. I'm still working with the Equity Max on my credit because for some reason Equifax and TransUnion won't release my credit stuff to them. They think it's some kind of fraudulent
That
activity,
happened to me
I
too.
guess,
I
from
received
whatever
a
work they were
letter.
trying to do.
Thank you for that. We're gonna hey, I'll address that. I gotta deal with that too. So, well, it's good to hear that you've done all 4 of them, Troy. Make sure that you too. We got to get our own stories, okay? But listen to this. Until you get your own story, you share the stories of others. So I think it was Jeff was saying share, right? You go into the MWR testimonials group. It's testimonies for days. Facts tell, but stories tell. So you can literally screenshot or, however you do it, take a testimony out of there and put it on your wall. Take a testimony out of there and email it to somebody if they said, yeah, man, I love that instant pay raise. Maybe you send them the video talking about that, but then send them some testimonies that it's real live people talking about what the instant pay raise has done for them. Okay? So, like you Jeff said, you want to share the story. All right. Let me see. Oh, and always you're going to hear me and Dr. Darrell talk about 3-way calls. You want to, as your people look at the information, if you're trying to close them by yourself, it's going to take you a whole lot longer to build. You got to understand, about me, I can't get into all the depth of it, but there's so much power in the 3-way call. You need to bring your people to us, okay? You need to bring your people. I mean, I can talk to people, close people. I still bring my people to Terrence. If something happens and that person's like, I want to sign up now, we get them in, I still do an introduction call, okay? Or I may use Dr. Darrell. But we always do the 3-way call. Your chances of closing that person are higher when you bring us in as the expert. Okay, and also when you do that, you're training people. You're training them on what to do. Because if you don't do that with them, then they're going to think they have to do it by themselves. And they may not have the skill that you have. But you got to show them how it's done. Okay, so if there's one reason why you want to do that, is to train that person so they can look back and they say, all Kenya did was ask me if I was open to taking a look at something that could empower people financially and increase their cash flow. And then she sent me her shuffle card. And then she got me on a live call on Facebook. And then she introduced me to Bunmi. And then I made my decision and got in. So that person should be able to look and see the steps. There should be steps that you take people through. The average person needs 7 exposures, guys.
How many?
7.
Jesus.
That means some need 1 and some need 14.
Oh,
the average is 7. Okay? So you just drip on them. Like Vernon, who you see I do presents with on Monday night, I talked to him a year ago. The timing wasn't right for him. But guess what I did? I kept him in mind. I knew it was somebody I would love to have on the team. And I dripped on him every so often. And then the time came right. He said, okay, I'll take a look. And now he's here today. So the fortune is in the good follow-up. Okay? And let me just say this last thing before I open for questions. Don't get your feelings hurt with people saying no. You say no to people. They got a right to say no. Like you got a right to say no about something. Everything isn't for everybody. I mean, what we have just makes so much sense. We would think, well, who wouldn't want to win the money game? But you don't know people's mindsets and their conditioning. They could have been brought up so that they think money is the root of all evil. You know what? They could have been brought up that working from home is a pyramid scheme. You don't know what's the baggage that's in some person's mind. So if there's no isn't saying anything bad about you. It's just no right now for them. Maybe they need to read Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You know, maybe they need to be open to some financial concepts because nobody ever talked to them about money principles and getting rich and why you should be wealthy and why you want to get out of debt and, you know, and investing your money. So don't take it personally when people say no. When they say no, you say next. Troy, when they say no, you say what?
Say yes.
Next.
Next. Oh yeah, that's right.
Right. When they say no, you say next.
Next. Next. Next.
Right? You next them, go to the next person. Okay.
Next.
So I need let me start with. So now what I'm gonna go around and I need you like in 30 seconds or less. Preferably less. Tell me one of the reasons that you joined MWR Financial. Jeff, I'm gonna have you to go first. 30 seconds or less.
I joined MWR Financial because a couple reasons. One, it would help me to better myself financially. Two, it was a no-brainer / business opportunity. And then three, I guess 2A is I know other individuals that could actually benefit from the services.
Gotcha. Troy, why did you join MWR? Thank you, Jeff.
Oh, I joined it because for the 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, the 4 financial challenges that we have. Well, I'm in that area right there, so MWR was the perfect opportunity for me to jump in to tackle these 1, 2, 3, 4 financial situations that I'm in and my family's in too. So I know if it's good for me, I know it'll be good for the rest of my families to, you know, come out of that financial struggles when it comes to, you know, the credit, the equity max and the money max, all this. This is a great opportunity for me, and I've seen it. And, you know, I'm in it with both feet in it. And, you know, like Jeff said, it's a no-brainer.
All right, gotcha. Thank you. Charlotte Rutledge, why did you join MWR Financial?
Hello, everyone. I joined MWR Financial because I want to get myself in a better financial situation. I want time freedom, control of my own time, and I would like to leave a legacy for my sons. And I would like to also help others to be in the same position.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Charlotte. Karen, why did you join MWR Financial? Karen.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
To give myself another flow of income. Also, I saw that you are connected, and so you're a reputable person with integrity and just a plethora of resources to plug into.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Karen Jones, why did you join MWR Financial?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, who's that? Oh, Karen Jones, right, go ahead.
Hi, hello everyone. The reason why I joined MWR Financial is number one, I'm looking for answers for myself. I'm going through financial challenges myself. I got laid off from my job, and I always want to, become financially free. Number two, I want to, be able to, be able to see, family when I want to. And number three, I want to, pay off my, my bills. I'm going through a lot of financial challenges. I'm trying to figure out a way how I can pay my medical bills because I'm a diabetic. And it was a time where I didn't, I went through about a couple of months without health insurance. And then I have to pay out of pocket. And then I'm slowly trying to get that taken care of.
Gotcha.
So I'm just basically looking for answers.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Karen. Kenya Martinez, why did you join MWR Financial?
Plenty of reasons. For one, I saw how important it is to get over those 4 financial hurdles, not just for me, but for our generation. We, like you said, we've been conditioned to think the wrong way for a long time, and it's time to change. I definitely want to pass this on to my children so that they don't pass that on to their children. We want to break the generational curses. I've always wanted to be my own boss, so the business opportunity was absolutely something I can stand behind because it's not gimmicks, it's not get rich quick. It's real stuff that everybody can use. And it just caught me. Like, it really is something that I can stand behind.
Awesome, thank you. And then Mia, why did you join Mia?
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, okay, I joined too to create another stream of income. First as a member, but as I listened more and more and plugged in and listened to Bunmi, having known her, we've known each other for years. So really to create another stream, to generate wealth. And it just, I really, I've worked in an industry where I made good money, but it was very labor intensive. And I just knew I could not, I needed to be able to leverage myself. So it was no way to make 10 of me in the situation. And whereas this makes sense, I can help people, train people, and just start doing something different and new as I get towards my golden years.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. And once you talk, go ahead and mute back out because I can't control it anymore. So why did I join MWR? Well, I can remember I was standing outside when Terrence called me. And when he just gave me a quick blurb about it, all he had to say for me was Brian House, because I met Brian House 15 years prior in another financial company where he was the vendor for credit, and I knew it worked. There were thousands of people I would see going across the stage in tears and whose credit score was positively impacted. Me and Troy were in that company together. That was the first company I've ever made 6 figures in. I had went from dead broke school teacher to over $15,000 a month in that company. Wow. And all of the services were similar, but this was better. And so I felt like, oh my gosh, I've done this presentation 1,000 times. I know that this works. I want to be a part of this because I knew that Brian was going to build something solid and great. So, and also I was excited that even I had a great stream of income, my wellness business, but I've seen so many people, including myself, who make a lot of money, but still didn't have a lot of money because they didn't have the financial literacy. So it was just like, oh my gosh, I know so many people who need this. And it feels good to have, multiple streams of income. And then with this and here's the other thing, guys, the guaranteed income. I want you all to get the guaranteed income. Let me show y'all something. Look at this on my wall. What does this say? My team is hungry for what? Unmute again.
Big, guaranteed, daily income.
So these are my affirmations, right? So I'm grateful for the MWR ring and the big presidential check. Like I visualize myself with that $100,000 monthly check. I attract hungry self-starters. Those are the type of people that I'm looking to attract. Not people that I gotta say, come on, you need to get on the calls, you need to do this, but people who are hungry and ready to go after it. I attract people who take immediate action. Jeff looked at the training. He was like, okay, I'm calling you to run the play. Oh, I already been in my back office. Immediate action. My prospect list is full of motivated people looking for an opportunity like what I have and who have the financial ability to start today. So I'm not trying to attract a lot of people who say, oh man, 228. I'm trying to attract people who say, what, it's only 228, that's it? Oh, here's my credit card. So you want to attract those people who have the money to start today. My prospects are eager to join. My prospects eagerly get started. The people who join my team want massive duplication and are massive duplicators. That means that 3, who get 9, who turns to 27, it turns to 81, it turns to 243. They get the duplication going. They run the plays. You find their 3 from running the plays, and a little bit turns into a lot. How do you get 500 people on your team, and now you're making $11,500 a month? It's from the duplication. You learning the simple things to do, you do them well, and you teach them to your people. So the reason I'm gonna have you guys doing a presentation soon, and we're gonna be practicing, because this is not the Bunmi show. It ain't about me just always being up front. I need to get you all as leaders, for people to look up to you. I want people to say, oh my gosh, that Troy Merrill is so awesome. Man, that Jeff, he is doing the thing. He already got 300 people on his team. Oh, that Kenya and Mia, oh, they just gave an awesome presentation, okay? So, as you can see, and let me do this last one, I'm excited that my team is filling up with motivated, excited, experienced, loyal, young at heart, influential, top-notch, successful go-getters. See, I decide you got to be intentional and deliberate about what you attract. Who is my ideal prospect? These are the attributes that were important to me for my ideal prospect to be. So I wrote it down, okay? So I'm teaching y'all, I'm showing you what it takes and what works.
Okay.
So you can never say that Bunmi didn't tell you her secrets. And you see that I live out what I talk. You see all these whiteboards up in my room?
Yeah.
You see on my wall? I got them from Amazon. And I use it. Oh, that's plans. That's strategies. That's what I got to do so I don't forget. It's affirmation. It's the roadmap to the senior. You guys, that's business. Okay?
Okay.
I ain't in this just to be in it. I'm in it to win it. Right? So, and prayerfully you all are too. And so I'm here to help you, to guide you, but we got to be like focused, blinders on. We're all doing other things, you know, a lot of us anyway. We got other things that we're doing. We got family and all that. So we just, you know, we use the nooks and crannies of our day. You may carve out some time when you say, okay, you know what? 2 days a week, 7 to 9, that's my MWR time. Or you may say, all right, I'm going to do something in the morning for like from 7 to 8. I'm going to peak interest. I'm going to send out 25 messages in people's inbox. Hey, Shirley, let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard about income shift? If you go to Brian Bean's member site, it gives you under share what to say to pique somebody in text, what to say in email, what to say in person. It's all right there. He got that sheet printed out. Absolutely. Very good, very good. So I just wanted to share those things with you all today, because I feel like I'm not trying to just sign somebody up just to have them signed up. That's the easy part. Now let's get you moving along. Let's get you reaching your goals. Let's get you to that daily guaranteed income. All right, guys?
Okay.
Right.
In my heart, you know I care, right?
Yes.
You know I care about your success, right?
This was awesome, Bunmi. This was so good. Thank you.
Oh, you're
Absolutely.
welcome.
Hey, Boom, can you take us through to the next phase? So you mentioned have you ever heard of income shifting? So they say no, and then we say,
I don't know. It's in the script. I haven't memorized that part, but I send it to people. I mean, I probably could look at my messenger and see. And it's something like, it's a philosophy used by the rich that we had ever known about or something, but it tells you exactly what to say is the next step in there under share. So let me pull that up for you guys.
I need to find that one.
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked that, because that's exactly what I was getting ready to ask Bunmi. Because I did follow that, and I sent somebody to the video, and they was like, I'm seeing the video. They didn't understand the video, so I don't know if maybe I had linked them to the wrong one, but I did follow that stuff, and they was like, I didn't understand that. What were they talking about?
Okay, so why didn't you bring them to the three-way after that?
They weren't interested, because I asked them. They were like, no, that's okay. I was like, wow.
All right, so they exited the game. So if they didn't
Yeah.
understand, that tells you if they're listening about income shifting, about cash flow, about increasing your credit and getting out of debt, and they say they don't understand, they not the one. But you could ask a question. If they say, well, what was that about? And you say, let me ask you a question. What did you hear that you didn't understand? Or so I can clarify what part were you confused about? Then that'll allow you to maybe do some more fact finding, because a confused mind does nothing. So it could be that they weren't interested because really they didn't understand, but maybe if it were broken down, maybe they would say, oh. So let me teach you all something. So you could say, well, you know how a lot of people have messed up their credit over the years and their credit scores are low. One of the things that our membership does is to help people restore their credit. So, I mean, and that's just one of the things that the membership does. So write down, so you know how. So you say, so you know how, and then you give something that people can identify with. So you know how a lot of people, 22 million people were laid off because of the COVID virus. Well, our opportunity introduces people to a way to make money from home so that they will never be caught with only one income stream again. But see, you may not know to say those things. That's why it's good for you to hear me say it on three-way. When you hear me say it, then you'll know how to say it.
Well, definitely trying to get them on the three-way, because I was like, if I go into my, into my spiel about it, they won't accept it from me because they know me. So I know to bring them to somebody they don't know. So they was like, no, that's okay. And I was just like, I could get somebody that,
right,
they
and
shut
that's
down.
fine. You remember, a man convinced against his will is of the same persuasion still. So we're not trying to really convince people. Sometimes we overcome objections, of course, but we're not in the convincing business, because if they can't see, if cash flow doesn't excite them, if having more money and being debt free doesn't excite them, they're probably not the kind of person that you want to deal with anyway.
Right.
But you may want, if a person says, I ain't quite understand, but sound kind of interested, yeah, I want to know more, or at least I want to get an understanding. They didn't even say they wanted to get an understanding. So you don't got time for that.
Right, because for me, being analytical, it is, so if I say to you, well, what is income shifting? Like I started smiling early because I piqued one of my brothers online, and it was like, so have you ever heard of income shifting? And he was like, nah, what's that? And I'm like, in my mind, I'm you were talking about debt, Bunmi. You were talking to Kenya, you were talking about debt. So you said, you know how people have something about their credit, ruin their credit? So immediately I started thinking, so what is income shifting? And how we have taken our income and pushed it into debt. So now we don't have enough income. So now we need to figure out a way to move our income from a debt space to having more income in our pockets.
That's good.
Income shifting, right? We shifted it to the debt space. Now let's shift it back to our pocket, because that's what MWR does. We do that with Instant Pay Raise. We do that with Credit Max, Money Max, and we also do it with, the other two pillars. And once you get the person to that space, it's like, oh, okay, great. So now let me send you to a video, unless they get it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and you always want to send them to that third-party tool, that video. So what I did, I don't know if y'all can see this. So I just pulled up on my other computer.
You breaking up, Boom.
You said I'm breaking up?
Yeah.
See, I know you're busy, but the question, have you ever heard of income shifting? The reply. It gives you the reply. Can you hear me, guys?
We can now.
Okay. The reply. It's a house principle that was never taught in schools, but always passed down to generations at wealthy dinner tables. I'm working with a group of professionals who have mastered it, and they asked me if I knew anyone interested in learning the money game as well. Anyway, I thought about you. You know, hashtag thank me later, LOL. So it gives you a couple of different responses, but it's right here. And I have to tell everybody, go to how to shift your income, go to members, scroll down to share, and it's all right here. It gives you the scripts, exactly what to say. You can copy and paste it into Messenger. And again, remember this, guys, it's a framework. So if you don't talk exactly like this, change it to words and lingos that maybe you would use, or you would use with your friend or somebody who did. Or you think something's corny, you may want to leave it like out. That basically it's all right here typed out for us. Okay. All right. Any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I think this has been a valuable time. I'm glad you all got to see each other. I want us to be like family. Everybody get to know and love one another. And hey, let's be here for each other as we work on getting you that daily guaranteed income. It's all based on 3, right? We want to get you 3 customers, so your 79 is free. We want to get you 3 business partners so that you have your daily guaranteed income. Right?
Brian, and being the mentor of manager, and you may know me as the founder of the Extra.
So it's all about the 3s. How do you get your 3? Running the triple double. Okay? Just keep putting people through the process of taking a look. We talk to them, overcome any objections, answer their questions, and then collect a decision. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate your time. Y'all know how to reach me if you need me. Okay?
I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you, Bunmi.
All right. Talk to you guys
Bye,
later.
everybody.
Cheryl,
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, remember, 7:45 and 10 p.m. tonight. The 2 conference calls.
I'm gonna call you later, Bunmi. Set up an appointment.
Huh?
All right.
I'm gonna call you later to set up an appointment.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that. All right, bye-bye.
All right.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Hey, Bunmi.
Yes.
Bunmi Square.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I have a, what's your, where can I get that, the copy with the you know, what can I?
That's on howtoshiftyourincome.com. I'll text it to you, howtoshiftyourincome.com, and click on members.
Yeah, I want to get a copy of that.
Okay, yep, it's right there on that site, and you can print it right out. Okay.
Because I was wondering if there's any way I can print it out. You know,
yeah.
I'm on it now, but I don't see it on the front page.
No, it's not on the front. You got to click on members.
You have to, okay, I'm clicking on members.
Yeah, and then you got to go through there, scroll down, and it's. It's under start, and it's a little square box that says download the fast track to AD packet. That's what that is.
Download. Wait a minute, let me move this over. Oh, wait a minute, game changer. I don't see that. It's on the bottom.
No, you see where it says start under Brian Bing's first video. It says start, and
under
then
Brian's video. It says before you begin, you must log into your back office. And
So you see start,
okay.
and you scroll down a little bit more, and it's a rectangle box that says download the fast track to AD packet.
Okay.
Okay.
Spot Global E-Wallet. Oh, I see it.
Right there. Okay. All right. Hey, Charlotte, give me a call.
Okay.
All right.
I got it up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm going to print that off right quick. Thanks, Bunmi.
All right. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
worksheet. I need to print all that out. Oh, 8 pages. Yeah, I gotta print all that off. I'm gonna print it all off. Oh, God. Go to 10:45 more. So I got another conference call at 9. Then I want to go. Let's profit party. I'm not booked out anymore. I'm gonna print them all off. Print them all off. You know, any copy. They have to fill in the blank. Yeah, they have to fill in the blank. The blank card. Okay. These are the ones that got all the answers. Here comes this. Yeah, they're supposed to, yeah, they're supposed to fill this out. Yeah. Fill out. Yeah, they're supposed to fill this out. Yeah, you have this out to your prospect. They're doing the worksheet. This is cool. Yeah, this is the thing that, that engages. Type it in. So I keep going on to this. I want you to fill this out for yourself. Fill in the blank. start when I reach here at $1,500. Oh, okay. This one, that's the key. And this one is the gas. Yeah, because it has the blanks on them. That's the road map. Road map. 10 placement commandments. Follow, start, share, and stay stuck. Okay, read that. And a quick start. Uh, yeah, these two sheets go pretty yes. So they're supposed to fill that out. There's no way of engaging. It's a worksheet. I'm gonna download this. Well, download it. I wanna bring it up.
Greetings, everyone. Brian Ian being the Mentor Millions and creator of 7-Figure Framework. Back with video number 10 from our 2030 campaign. Now, what is that? 10 financial freedom facts that are going to help you in the year 2020, carry you through 2030 and beyond. We've had a great time, and today I just want to do something real simple. I want to give you a recap of all 10 videos. Now, I encourage you to go back through the playlist and look at all 10 if I hit on different things. But we started with the 2 financial objectives that everybody in this country should have. The fact of the matter is, until you learn the rules of the game in capitalism, you don't even know that financial objectives even exist. Your current lifestyle, number 1, should be paid for by your labor. Now, what does that mean? That means we all go to work every single day, or we own a business so that we can provide for our family clothes, roof, food, water, basic necessity, education. But your future lifestyle is paid for by your investment. That's goal number 2. And it's hard to even think about goal number 2, which is the future, if you're barely making it in the present. We also talked about 4 financial challenges that keep you from hitting those 2 objectives. Number 1, inflation, the silent income killer. Every single day, the value of your dollar drops because entrepreneurs continue to increase the price of goods and services. If you can increase the amount of money you make every single day at the same rate that a business owner is increasing the price of their goods and services, then your dollar is losing value. Another challenge is taxes. Taxes take the first 1/3 of your paycheck. You don't believe me? I'm not going to argue. Look at your pay stub and you'll see growth, you'll see net, and oftentimes your net makes you feel broke. It's because of the taxes. Another challenge is debt. Debt is real simple. Debt is caused by taxes. If the government didn't take so much off the top, we would have to borrow so much on the bottom. And last but not least, big business has a way of making sure every single month, every single day, every single coupon, every single commercial, every single color, every tune they play on music, every single commercial is designed to get in your pocket. And we wonder why we don't have any money left to invest. Inflation, taxes, debt, and big business have a way of making sure you never hit your 2 financial goals. We talked about the rules of the game. It's capitalism, guys. Don't get mad at capitalism. Just learn how to participate in capitalism instead of only contribute to capitalism. Some people don't even know that a game is being played and there are major crimes in it, and people will take advantage of that. We talked about the solution. The solutions are simple. Let's get your cash flow up. Cash flow is measured in time. Income is measured in dollars. Your dollars may be okay, but the cash flow is how long your money actually stays with you. A lot of Americans have great income, but negative cash flow. Taxes have to go down, debt has to go down, and expenses have to go down in order for your cash flow to go up. We talked about business. Why? A home-based business. Why? You already have a place to live. Now turn some of your expenses into tax deductions. Wealthy people do it all the time. You see athletes start a foundation for youth in the inner city. You see actors buy a lot of land and save the llama and silverback gorillas. Why? Not that they aren't benevolent, not that they don't have big hearts, but it's also a huge tax deduction because of the amount of money athletes and entertainers make. Well, the common person's way or the middle class's way of playing by the rules of the wealthy is to start in their home. Why? Because you already have one. By the time you take your positive cash flow, you take your business income, your home-based business, and you parlay that into investment income, you finally brought your second goal full circle. Something has to work, Misha, not you. Now that you're investing, you can't outwork money. Money doesn't get tired. Money does not call in. Money does not get a headache. Money does not get attitude. All money knows is to create and make more money. Then and only then, ladies and gentlemen, will your second financial objective be obtained. Imagine what it's really like to be wealthy, to live in your dream home, drive your dream car, and to have the financial freedom to live life on your terms. You're probably thinking, sounds great, but that lifestyle is reserved for only an elite. But what if I told you that you could be wealthy too? What if I told you that the only thing that separates you from pretty well is access to the right information and the right guidance? And what if I told you there's a team of financial experts with an affordable and realistic way to help you build wealth in record time? You'd want to know more, right? Welcome to MWR Financial. We specialize in making wealth a reality for everyday people like you. We start by giving you unlimited access to our team of financial experts. We'll work with you to implement proven wealth building strategies designed to increase your cash flow and save, grow, and protect your money tax free. It's the exact formula the wealthy few have been using for years, and we want to share it with you. Our first goal is to increase your cash flow. We achieve this through our proven tax reduction, credit restoration, and debt elimination strategies. Our members save an average of $300 to $600 a month with our tax reduction strategy. Plus, our credit restoration and debt elimination experts help you add thousands of dollars to your monthly cash flow by reducing the amount of time spent in debt and paying interest. After we've increased your cash flow, we'll help you become your own private bank. This strategy will allow you to take your newfound money and use it to generate even more money. It's a secret wealth generation strategy used by only 6% of the population, 97% of whom make more than $250,000 a year. This is exactly how the world's wealthiest people save, grow, and protect their money tax-free and with no risk of loss. Imagine benefiting from stock market gains without experiencing those scary losses, or borrowing money from yourself while the money you borrow continues to earn interest. These are just a few of the benefits. But there's more. We help you accelerate your ability to
Great quote. Early childhood is great.
Said, Brian, I world averaging 5 figures per month, and I've only been in partnership with the company since late October. Really, I got started in November. And man, it's been a tremendous ride. 5 figures a month. How? First thing we do is predicated upon leverage. You don't have to. The single leverage, some of y'all gonna get all crazy on me right now. All it's one of those things, they gotta bring people in. No, I didn't say that. There's some people that want to put some gasoline on the fire and have some daily pay, weekly pay, and monthly pay. We pay you 10 different ways in 3 different frequencies: daily, weekly, and monthly. Anyway, 3 different frequencies. I'm gonna give you 4 right now. If you know 3 people, overworked, underpaid, sick and tired, want to pretty well, want to get out of debt, want to lower their taxes, want to have a consulting company actually work for them, want to improve their credit. 3 people say, hey, I love this business, I'm in. If that happens within 30 days, that's about a person a week with a bonus week in a whole month. We'll cut you a check for 150. If those 3 help 3, we'll cut you another check for 450 within 60 days. If those 3 help 3 qualified financial directors, you'll have another check for 900 waiting on you in 90 days. 30, 60, 90. Now that's a total of $1,500 that you earn in commission. That's not to mention the tax decrease, which is your cash flow increase. Because now that you have a business, you can go back and let Money Max help you readjust your W-4. So these commissions are extra bonuses. The strategy is built in because now Money Max, the enrolled agents, are looking at your pay stub and showing you where you're overpaying taxes. So you got that money coming back in to help you cover your 119. You got these bonuses coming in to help you cover your 119. Then we have a daily guarantee. Our daily guarantee is anywhere from $5 a day up to $1,000 a day. So the daily guarantee, after 3 qualified field directors join your team, you qualify for level 1, which is $5 a day. Brian, what does that mean? That means that's another way for your 119 to get covered. See, it's covered by tax deductions. It's covered by the momentum bonus, because you can make $1,500 off 3 momentum bonuses. Right? That'll cover you for a whole year of 119. Right? Or it can get covered by the daily guarantee, which is $5 a day after recommending or enrolling 3 people. So this was back in the day when I was approaching what's called level 6. Level 6 was $150 a day. This thing goes all the way up to $1,000 a day. Now the cool thing about it is every day via text message at 5 o'clock. I say I started at the end of October, really November, let's say 1st of November. I flew by 5 hours a day because I introduced 3 people. Then at 5 o'clock on the and $20 at 77%, and they show you exactly how close you are to getting that $1,000 per day. Let me ask you guys a question. What would you do if you was making an extra $100 a day? $3,000 per month. Hit your mailbox every month on the 10th. All these bonuses I'm gonna show you as I conclude. The monthly bonuses hit your mailbox on the 10th of every month. So you out there on the 10th, $3,000. Well, let's just say you make $50 a day. What would our extra $1,500 do for you and your children? If the mortgage is paid or half the mortgage. I don't know how you guys living, but I know this daily guarantee that you have a base minimum of $500 to $1,000 a day coming in. It gets better. We have what are called presidential bonds. These come on the 10th of every month. Anywhere from $500 all the way up to $100,000 a month. Now, this is my personal screenshot. They show you guys every month or every day how close you are to the next bonus. So last month and the month before, I was at $1,000 a month, and I was 59% of the way to $2,500 a month. Then, look closely as I just changed the screen. As of yesterday or the day before, I went to $2,500 a month, and I'm 0.7% of the way to the next tier, which is $5,000 a month. You see? So you see the points that someone left? All these points add up. I could stop telling people about the business if I wanted to. Now between 1,750 points and 3,750 points. Guys, you know, and I have a degree from Morehouse. I'm not knocking college. I'm not knocking Morehouse. I'm not knocking any institution. But if this is my only bonus, okay? $5,000 a month will be in the books here in a second. I'm halfway there. $60,000 a year, and I've been in business for 90 days. You know, people don't come out of college making $60,000 a year with sometimes their masters. And I work from home. That's $60,000 a year. Why? Because I got off my class, I invested in myself. I'm sharing love and knowledge with people. And God will continue to bless you, me, and everybody else who's trying to get people on the right track. $60,000 a year after 90 days, and who knows what it'll be by the end of the year. I'm just saying that we stopped at $5,000 per month. I put it this way. Let me just, I didn't come out of college. You might have, so that's just one of the 10 bonuses. Oh my goodness. The luxury car vehicle bonus. 3 different tiers here. Another monthly bonus. $500 per month, $1,250 per month, $3,000 per month. All I can do is share my personal testimony. You guys saw I got started back when I was making $5 a day in October 28th of last year. Okay, 2019. So I was just chugging along. Boy, I was struggling. I mean, talking to people. They didn't want to hear. I kept on moving. I remember, this is my real screenshot on the left. I remember saying, man, I'm 2%. If you think about me, I don't care what people think. I don't care what people say. I know where I'm going, and I know what I'm going to get. I know where God has to go for me. I don't care about what my friends think. I didn't care what my family thought. I didn't care what nobody thought. I was at 2%, and you know what I said? I'm 98% close. That's how I looked at it. $500 a month. Got it. The next month, 41% tier 2 is $2,270. I mean $50. I was like, man, I'm 59% from the 3,000. And guess what? Not before last. On the right, you see my back office? Tier 3 requires 1,750 points. We're all worth 3 to 5 points apiece, and some people get more points than that. I crossed over with 1,752. So now I get another 3,000 a month for a car note that I don't have. You don't have to pick a car. They don't let you get a Cadillac. You have to drive a black Mercedes, a white Mercedes, a black BMW. You don't have to do nothing. The car is I just want the money because I times a year. After my senior year in college, I say that. Some of y'all might, but just my car bonus alone is more than some of my friends make all month. Because I got this. So now you can achieve your goals, your two goals. Your current lifestyle is covered by your daily pay, your weekly pay, and your monthly pay. And I just showed you a few of the ways to do it. Now your future lifestyle is covered by the investments you can make. Because you got me, guys, before we go. Your current lifestyle is cool. Your future lifestyle has to be covered by investments, or you will work until you're 90. How many of you guys want to work until you're 90? So the one company making the most taxes is making MWR Financial. 4 challenges, 3 solutions, 2 objectives, 1 outcome. Please don't bet $228 with an I don't care how old you are. If you're over the age of 18, you've been working more than 5 years. And if you still waiting on 228 or that kind of stung a little bit, what you doing is not working. And I'm just one of the few people that's gonna give you a house down. If you only have 228 cut somewhere, half of it in a box, some of it in the car, a little bit under the mattress, or you bought a few dollars, some of it in your purse, your husband got a few dollars, 228 could be laying around that you should have miscellaneously in a shoebox or somewhere in the savings account. And if you don't, your financial plan has to change this year, then we're gonna help you. Now listen, my 28 minutes of fame is up. You're the person that put you on this webinar. Let them know if you're a 3, I'm out. A 3 says I'm happy, my finances are solid, my bills are straight, my credit score is high, my taxes are low, my debt is 0, I'm already good. Hey. You people like you, but thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Number 2 says, Brian, I want that membership. I want Money Max, I want Credit Max, I want Equity Max, I want Wealth Max. Guess what? Your membership is only $79 per month if you just want the membership. $79 per month. Number 1 says, Brian, you could have shut up all time. I mean, not only am I in, I'm all the way in. I need the daily pay, I need those car bonuses, I need everything you said. I need to get paid daily, I need to get paid weekly, I need to get paid monthly. Let us know if you are a 3, a 2, or a 1. A number 1 wants the whole kit and caboodle. We'll give you a different game plan. That's cool. I'm not qualified yet, so I have to do people. vacation you can afford, how and where you can travel, and whether or not you'll ever be able to retire. However, if money isn't important to you, or you're just not interested in doing better financially, then I highly recommend you stop right now. Why? Because once you get this information, you can't unsee it, and you will never look at your money the same again. I also need to mention that the side effects of receiving this information have been known to cause people to sleep better, work smarter, achieve their goals faster, and make more money than they ever thought was possible. So, your discretion is advised. With that said, there are only a few numbers you will need to remember: 4, 3, 2, and 1. These numbers represent the 4 financial challenges everyone faces, all of which can be remedied by 3 solutions that are necessary to achieve 2 objectives in life, and it can all be handled by 1 company. Let's start with the 4 financial challenges everyone faces: taxes, credit, debt, big business, and inflation. From the day we're born, we've all been conditioned to get a good education so we can get a good job. Then what? We give 1/3 of our income to taxes: federal income tax, state and local taxes, sales tax, property tax, capital gains tax, estate taxes, and the list goes on. And if you're an employee, you can literally end up working 4 months out of every year just to pay taxes, making it the biggest expense for most Americans. Because of this, we then use credit to make up the difference or to finance the lifestyle we want, causing us to go into debt, giving another 1/3 of our income to the banks just to cover our credit cards, auto loans, personal loans, mortgage loans, student loans, and anything else we need to finance. This leaves us with the last 1/3 of our income to cover normal living expenses, things like gas, groceries, insurance, utilities, dining out, and all the monthly holidays or events that are capitalized on by big business. You know what I'm talking about. In addition to birthdays and anniversaries, every month big business spends millions of dollars in advertising, and you use whatever credit you have available or whatever income you have left on the next big event. Starting with New Year's in January, Valentine's Day in February, March spring break, April, Easter, May, Mother's Day, June, Father's Day, then 4th of July, August is back to school, September, Labor Day, October, Halloween, November, Thanksgiving, and what used to be Black Friday now includes Brown Thursday and Cyber Monday, all leading up to Christmas in December. Then what? We do it all over again. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't give people gifts or celebrate holidays, but I am saying we need to be aware of how the money game is played in order to avoid being played by the money game, which leads me to challenge number 4, inflation. Now that our money is gone, we still have the overwhelming task of trying to save and invest enough for retirement, while also trying to stay ahead of inflation. This is what we refer to as the silent income killer, because it happens so suddenly, we don't even realize that the cost of goods and services are increasing faster than our income. Sounds depressing, right? Well, wait till you get the results. Playing the money game by these rules has over 78% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck, over 70% paying too much in taxes, more than 80% with credit challenges, and over 90% are buried in debt, leaving more than 70% of Americans with less than $5,000 saved at age 65. In other words, the government, banks, and big business have figured out how to shift almost every dime of your hard-earned money out of your pocket and into theirs. So, how do you fix it? Well, I'm glad you asked. Now that you know who took your income and how they shifted it away from you, let's talk about how we can shift it back to you. Starting with answering the question, what's income shifting? In short, this is a financial strategy we use to shift income back to its original owner. Who's the original owner? You. You work for it. You earn it, and you deserve to keep it. And for this shift to happen, there are 3 solutions everyone needs. Number 1 is cash flow management. Number 2 is a business with business income. And number 3 is investment income. Cash flow management is where your income is shifted back to you by minimizing your taxes, debt, and your expenses. Owning a business with business income is what allows you to reduce your taxes by being able to increase your deductions. This also allows you to control and own your income, while eliminating income limits associated with the job, especially if the income is residual based. This gives you the ability to create leverage and add to your income every month, instead of constantly trading time to replace it. And last but on interest, capital gains, or dividends, as well as businesses you own or invest that are operated and managed by someone else. So the income you earn is passive residual income or royalty that do not require your time or labor. The key to accomplishing all of this is based on how quickly you can make the shift from an employee or self-employed person to a business owner, and then eventually to an investor. Here's why. As a W-2 employee, you earn wages, and your wages can currently be taxed up to 37%, depending on where you live and what tax bracket you're in. That's over one-third of your gross income going to taxes, which is why most people's net income actually looks gross. But seriously, this also makes employee wages one of the highest tax forms of income. As an employee, you work, you pay taxes first, and then you get to spend what's left, constantly trading your time for money, when there never seems to be enough time to make all the money you want or even need to make. However, as a 1099 business owner, you earn profits, not wages, and instead of being taxed up to 37%, business profits are taxed less, at an average of 0 to 23%. This is exactly how Amazon made millions of dollars and paid 0 in taxes. However, you don't have to be as big as Amazon to play by the same rules. As a matter of fact, you could be an employee that also owns a business, and you would still be able to reduce the amount of taxes you have to pay on your wages, thanks to the additional tax deductions that are available to business owners only. You see, as a business owner, your business works. The business spends first, much of which can be deducted from the total amount you earn, and you are now taxed on what's left, instead of the whole amount. Being a business owner provides you with the best way to beat inflation and income limits, while also allowing you to leverage other people's time instead of just your own. A wise man once said, I would rather be paid 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. He was right. Just ask your boss the next time he's playing golf or on vacation while you're at work. Leverage is also the fastest way to reach your financial goals, and the income a business can provide, along with the tax saving associated with business ownership, are also the key to generating the additional cash flow needed to eliminate debt and become an investor. As an investor, the income from your investments are taxed at just 0 to 15%. Your money works 24/7. It reinvests itself to make even more money. It never calls in sick or makes excuses, and the profits from your investments are taxed less than any other form of income. This is exactly why the wealthy continue to get wealthier, while also being able to enjoy the time and financial freedom their investments provide. Sounds amazing, right? But you're probably wondering, where do I find all these solutions? And why are they so important? Well, don't worry. We've got you covered there too. You see, the solutions we just discussed are designed to help you achieve the two objectives everyone works for. Number one is your current lifestyle, which is what you labor for now. And number two is your future lifestyle, or investment, which determines when and if you will ever be able to retire with the time and financial freedom needed to actually enjoy it. With that said, the only thing you need now is a way to make it all happen. Well, look no further, because we have the one company that does it all. MWR Financial, your personal financial strategies company that provides you with everything you need to shift and grow your income. By partnering with us, you'll be joining the Make Wealth Real movement, where together we can provide American families, including yours, with everything they need to overcome the financial challenges helped over 100,000 satisfied customers experience an average credit score increase of 50 to 150 points or more in as little as 2 to 8 months. And you could be that. The result? Interest savings shifted back to you from the bank. But it doesn't stop there. Debt is one of the biggest financial challenges for most Americans to overcome. However, this is no longer the case with our equity-backed debt elimination strategy. By simply plugging into our proprietary debt elimination system, you'll be able to eliminate all your debt, including your mortgage, in record time, without having to pay one-time more than you are right now. This incredible system provides you with a detailed monthly plan of action to maximize the acceleration of your payoff dates and interest dates. The result? Debt payments shifted back to you from the bank and big business. Think about it. How much more money would you have if your debt was zero? And, more importantly, what did you do with it? Now that you know how we can shift your taxes, interest, and debt payments back to you, it's time to put this money to work by turning these savings into investment income. Our Wealth Max wealth generation strategies have been recognized by the wealthiest people in the world as the best ways to save, grow, and protect your money tax-free with no risk of loss. And until now, these strategies have been withheld from over 94% of the American population. Why? Because most of the companies that provide these strategies only focus their marketing efforts on individuals that earn $250,000 or more per year, making the wealthy wealthier while excluding the people that need it the most. Well, not anymore. With WealthNet, you'll now have full access to your own personal team of wealth experts that can analyze your current savings or investment portfolio and help you design the wealth plan that's best for you. And just like all our services, your WealthNet experts will do the work for you. Their first goal is to help you set up and structure your own self-banking private reserve account. Imagine being able to participate in stock market gains without ever having to experience those scary losses. And how would you like to be able to borrow from yourself while the money you borrow continues to earn interest, as if it never left your account with no taxes, fees, or early withdrawal penalties? Well, now you can. And best of all, you can now participate whether you are already wealthy or not. In addition to being able to become your own bank, our experts will also help you participate in one of the oldest and most profitable wealth building strategies, land banking. This strategy gives you the ability to buy land in the path of growth that is located and purchased for you by real experts with a proven track record of success. They even show you how you may be able to become a landowner without ever having to write a check. The result? Your money grows and works for you from the bank instead of ever having to depend on one again. With that said, it's important to mention that everyone's financial situation is different and results may vary. However, with your own team of financial experts, you'll have peace of mind in knowing that you can get confidential and compliant results provided by licensed and qualified experts. In other words, you never have to share any of your personal financial information with the person that shared MWR Financial with you. Now that you know how our Financial Edge membership can help you increase your cash flow and get your money paid more money for you, let's talk about business income. This is the one solution that allows you to control just how quickly you can turn your financial goals into reality. And by owning an MWR Financial business, you'll be able to increase your income one piece at a time, faster than ever. With that said, let me explain how this works by showing you just 5 of the over 10 different ways you can get paid to share our membership and opportunity with others. Your first goal should be to complete our Fast Start 3-in-1 by personally enrolling 3 qualified financial directors and 4 outside customers in your first 30 days. You can earn $340. This also qualifies you to receive an additional $5 a day or $150 a month via our daily guaranteed residual income, which we'll discuss further in just a minute. However, before we do that, let's talk about how you can earn even more money now with our 30, 60, and 90-day momentum bonuses. As you already know, when you personally enroll 3 QFTs in your first 30 days, you can earn a $150 30-day momentum bonus, which is included in the $340 we just discussed. However, by helping any 3 of the QFTs you personally enroll in your first 30 days enroll their first 3 QFTs in your first 60 days, you can earn another $450. And when those 9 enroll 3 within your first 90 days, you'll receive $900 more for a total of $1,500 in momentum bonuses alone. But that's not all. By hitting your 60-day momentum bonus, or by having as few as 12 QFTs on your team, you could also qualify for an additional $2,500 vehicle club bonuses of $500 up to $3,000 per month. Let's take a quick look at how these incomes work together to help you create the 6 or 7 digit residual income you've always dreamed of. Believe it or not, you can create a 6-digit residual income with just these 3 income streams alone. And as few as 584 qualified financial directors on your team. And best of all, you can use leverage to make it happen. When you enroll in more QFP, this is the same. And so on. How do you use the 584 QFP and generate $1,000 per month in yearly guaranteed income, plus $2,500 per month in presidential bonuses, and a $3,000 per month luxury vehicle fund that can actually be used for the luxury vehicle or home of your choice. That's a total of $11,500 per month, or $138,000 per year to you. And that's not enough. Don't worry. There's plenty more where that came from. Be sure to scout compensation plans for full details. Based on everything we see, I'm sure you're probably thinking all this is going to cost you hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And it wasn't worth every penny. However, it's not $1,000. It's not $500 or even $300. As a matter of fact, if you just want to become a customer and have access to our experts, you can literally get started with a financial ed membership for just $79 at $7 per month. This includes yourself, no setup fees or contracts, and my sister is going to switch on first to make the membership absolutely free. However, if you have a serious rush in growing your income and you want to see MWR Financial has to offer, you can get started with a one-time fee of $228.97 for your first month. Then, just $119.97 monthly, all of which will be covered by consideration of $120 or more per month. This includes your own MWR Financial business and financial ed membership, which includes a business center to manage your business. The services and experts included in the financial ed membership for both you and your spouse, as well as all the websites, capture systems, marketing materials, tools, training, and support. And that's all. So that's financial challenge. That's full benefit, business income, and investment income. And to make this decision even easier, MWR Financial will even guarantee your success. You heard me right. Because experts are not able to help you save or make more money in your first 30 days, MWR Financial will give you a full refund, creating a no-risk business that can pay for itself. At this point, you now know about the one-time by providing with a free solution to remedy the 4 financial challenges everyone faces. All you need to do now is decide whether you are a 3, 2, or a 1. You're a 3 if you have all the money you'll ever need to make, or you're just not interested in doing anything to improve your finances. In that case, thank you for your time. And please refer the people you know that can benefit from our program. But first, you share this information with you. Now, you're a 2. You're not interested in making more money, but you would love to have our financial ed membership to help you reduce your taxes, restore your credit, eliminate your debt, and make your money making even more money forward. And last, but certainly not least, I join you alone. You love everything you know. You can bring shift and grow your income like never before. You are a 1. So, what are you waiting for? Get back to the person that was first and simply let them know if you are a 3, 2, or a 1. And for those of you that are a 2 or a 1, let me be the first to welcome you to MWR Financial Family and congratulate you on your decision to make wealth. Financial Edge membership. Your team of financial experts that use proven strategies to shift and grow your income. With this incredible membership, you'll have everything you need to succeed like a financial expert without having to become one, because our experts do all the work. It includes 4 core services that will help you with cash flow management, so your income can be shifted back to you, and invested income, so your money can begin making you even more money. This all starts with our Money Max tax reduction strategy that include our instant pay rate and your very own Ask an Expert button that give you unlimited financial advice on demand with top-rated CPAs, CFPs, and enrolled agents from the IRS. These experts will immediately help you stop overpaying your taxes and help you use the home-based business tax law to save you. One service has already helped you just like you. Get an average instant pay rate of $200 to $300 per month or more, starting with your computer's tax page. And your Money Max experts will even adjust your W-4 for you to avoid potential mistakes. They'll also review your last 3 years' tax return to see if they can recover any overpayments your tax preparer may have missed. The result equals tax savings shifted back to you from the government. Credit Max will then help you improve your credit with our credit restoration strategy. Why? Because higher credit scores equals lower interest rates, monthly payments, and insurance premiums. Our credit restoration experts do this by helping you restore, enhance, and rebuild your credit, while also providing you with access to everything you need to monitor and protect it. Credit Max has already helped over 100,000 satisfied customers experience an average credit score increase of 50 to 150 points or more in as little as 2 to 8 months. You can be next. The result? Interest savings shifted back to you from the bank. But it doesn't stop there. Debt is one of the biggest financial challenges for most Americans to overcome. However, this is no longer the case with our equity-backed debt elimination strategy. By simply switching to our proprietary debt elimination system, you'll be able to eliminate all your debt, including your mortgage, in record time, without having to pay 1 time more than you are right now. This incredible system provides you with a detailed monthly plan of action to maximize the acceleration of your down change in interest savings. The result? Debt payments shifted back to you from the bank to big business.
provided for it. Triple double. Cash flow calls, wealth webinars, profit parties, 9650, people very direct. Execution, exposure, education, explanation, equals result. Yeah, but I want to expose as many people as I can. You know, I want to expose to as many people as I can. You have to be the virus. Be the virus. Be the virus. This is I want to see if any of these is on YouTube. I'm going to have to look. And it does not financial see if anything on YouTube.
Have you ever wished someone could give you a clear, defined path to make the income you always wanted? Well, let me introduce